Today we're going to talk about Darius Miles. Darius Miles was an Alabama basketball player. He played for the State College in Tuscaloosa in Alabama. And on the 15th of January 2023, Darius Miles and his friend Michael Davis were involved in the murder of Jamea Harris. The reports are that on the night of the murder, which is the 15th of January 2023, Darius and his friend Michael Davis were out on a night out near the Tuscaloosa strip. There was a Jeep that was parked and there was a female who we know now to be Jamea Harris. Jamea was in the car with a male. The reports are that Darius and his friend Michael approached the vehicle and spoke to Jamea, but she wasn't interested in speaking to them in terms of who Darius or his friend Michael was, and sort of like there was a bit of an altercation that took place with that interaction. Darius and Michael left. It's reported that when they left, they went home to Darius's property where he was living, and at that time that Darius picked up a gun and he gave it to his friend Michael Davis. They went back to the strip, found that the Jeep was still there. Their altercation at that point carried on from the first encounter that they had. After that, there was some shots that were fired. The reports are that there were 10 in total. It's not confirmed in terms of who shot first, because Darius, from his point of view, he was saying Michael Davis was shooting in self-defense. The person who actually did the shooting of the car and killed Jamea was Darius's friend, Michael Davis. They were identified by the police speaking to witnesses in the area, watching some of the cameras that were on other people's properties. They identified that actually the perpetrators of that shooting and murder is Darius Miles and his friend Michael Davis. So they were arrested sort of pretty quickly after that incident. Both Darius Miles and Michael Davis were charged for murder in the case of Jamea Harris and that shooting that took place. 23rd of October 2023, Michael Davis went to trial, and at trial they found him guilty of murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Their cases were tried separately, so Michael was first because he was the one that was the shooter. He went first, and so he was convicted for that murder and sentenced, as I say, to life. Darius's trial was set initially for December 2025. As of November 2025, Darius Miles's lawyers have had requests to have the case stayed, so that paused for now while they address a writ that they'd submitted to the court earlier. So at the moment, Darius's case is moved from December. At the moment, there is no date for him till that writ is addressed. Darius is still in custody. He was refused bond. Michael Davis has been convicted of murdering Jamea Harris, and he is in prison serving a life sentence with no possibility of parole. Darius Miles is next in terms of his trial, but just waiting in terms of dates and what his fate looks like. I will update this platform once a date and a conclusion to Darius's case comes up in court. Really a sad story because Jamea Harris was a mother. She had a young boy. She was 23 at the time when the murder took place, which again, very young, and really no reason why she should have lost her life that night, just going out on a night out. Really sad in terms of what's happened to Jamea. If Darius and his friend Michael just concluded that altercation and walked away, then Jamea will be here today. But for their actions that, they decided to go and get a gun, come back, confront the altercation that they had, and actually shoot and kill somebody at this time. Shocking. Rest in peace, Jamea Harris.